Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Margot and David Sears, owners of Beach People Wedding, and kind of all over, but we're going to focus today on your services here in Brunswick County. Y'all have a great business, very unique.
Thank you.
And it's just so much comes with packages that y'all provide. So thanks first for being here today and telling us about it.
You're welcome
for having us.
Absolutely. Margot, tell us a little bit about your business. Give our viewers just a rundown of what exactly y'all do.
Absolutely. So in general, when somebody contacts us, usually it's a couple or a bride or a bride's mother, and we offer services of officiating and professional photography. And another service that we offer with that is David is also a musician, a flute musician, which we'll touch on more later.
Yeah.
And we offer more side services as well that brides sometimes ask for, such as flowers and restaurants and catering and stuff like that. But our main focus is officiating and photography and music.
Very good. That is so exciting. So how many weddings have you done so far?
We've done here a little over 950, but...
Wow.
We used to do ceremonies inland in Greensboro, North Carolina, in that area, in the Piedmont region. So altogether, since we've been doing this...
2010?
Well, 2010 since the beach, but before that, well over 1,000 plus.
Wow, so
weddings.
y'all are
So
experts in
we have
this.
some
Oh, yes.
experience in the
Oh,
area,
yes.
absolutely.
Oh, yes.
So I'm sure y'all have had all different kinds of weddings, probably small to large to probably some interesting weddings even.
Very.
I have married a couple standing in 3 feet of surf.
Wow.
And as far as, chapels and all types of venues, from restaurants to backyards to, of course, on the beach.
Okay.
So we've done wineries. We go to the couple. Wherever they want to have their ceremony,
They tell
that's what
us
we do.
where they want to be.
Okay.
Within
Yeah.
reason.
Right.
Although if they want to take us to Hawaii, that's fine.
That's fine, too. If we've done elopements, you referred a little bit to that, where it was just the two of them, all the way up to a couple of hundred guests, which is
On the beach as well,
which is an entirely different kind of circus.
Yes,
But
I bet so.
the energy is really high and beautiful. Either way, we do all of it and everything in between.
Okay, good. Well, that's another question which you already answered. But so it says beach people, but it's not just on the beach.
Correct.
It could be anywhere that people are hoping to get married.
Correct.
Absolutely. The name really is an implication of the kind of energy that we bring to the ceremony. The more warm, casual, natural, outdoors, ocean type feel,
Gotcha.
sand and shore type feel. And it lets us immediately connect with the people that enjoy beach, shore.
Right.
And that kind of energy for themselves.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think one clarification, though, we do have to perform our ceremonies on land. That's our legal realm. We
Okay.
can't do it on a
state.
boat, in other words, because that's not where our
No one
tenant
can.
falls, or in the air, in an airplane or in a
Oh,
balloon.
gotcha.
So we have to pronounce the couple
Okay.
on land.
So both of y'all can
Correct.
Officiate.
We are both
officiate a
officiants.
wedding.
yeah.
Okay, very
Or
good.
reverends,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
Absolutely.
Very neat. So, Margot, tell us a little bit about your photography. You mentioned that you do that as well. What's kind of your style, and what do people get when they come for your photography services?
Okay. My style is generally described as a journalistic style or a storyteller style. And what that means is I focus on capturing the emotions and key events that tell the story once the story is over. And there's a lot of sequential, obviously, chronological order in that. But I also focus on picking up nuances such as like a close-up of a special necklace, or if somebody has a tattoo that tells part of the story, like a grandmother's death date, or a baby being born, or a Celtic theme or a dolphin theme or something like that. The decorations, the candles, the flowers, special, brides wear foot jewelry, those pretty shiny, things on their feet and on their wristing in their hair and so on. A lot of effort is put into
right, the details.
Looking absolutely smashing. So I get all those pictures too, because that's part of the story, and that's part of the story too.
And also you tell the picture of the guests. You know, you capture the parents' reaction to something that I have said, or to the children's non-reaction, you know, rather be playing in the ocean.
The emotions are captured.
While the story is going on, if the guests start holding hands, or they start leaning on each other, or the 3-year-old gets totally bored and starts digging in the sand and making a sandcastle, these are all part of the story.
Right.
I snap those photos as well. So the tendency is to tell a story, and then in the editing part, which is my husband helps me a lot with this, in the editing part, I use a lot of artistic techniques on top of my journalistic shooting style, in that I offer them color photos, sepia photos, and black and whites.
Okay.
Now, if a couple has a preference and doesn't care for black and whites, that's fine, I leave that out.
Right.
But they almost always get a whole palette. So, because what I think is beautiful is not necessarily what you think is pretty. You might think the black and white is prettier than the color version.
Right.
Okay, I give you both. Because
So
your
they
mom
get to
might like
decide.
something different from what you like.
Right.
So,
Gotcha.
we're very much into the comprehensive approach to give them everything we possibly can, because this is only going to happen one time.
Right, right.
So let them have as much as they can. So what I mean by that is, all the photos are digital. We put them on a flash drive, and that's what's mailed to the couple so that they can print themselves instead of relying on me for prints for the rest of their lives.
That's nice to have.
Any size, any quantity, yes ma'am. It's a nice perk.
Excellent.
So they get, they get the Cadillac treatment.
Yeah, so you cater to your couples, and I know we touched on this briefly before, but all couples are unique. All the stories are different.
Oh, yes.
All the situations are different. And I know something that when we were discussing your services before that stood out to me is y'all do all weddings. There's a lot of changes going on in the nation right now and everything like that.
Yes.
So y'all will officiate weddings for all kinds of people and all kinds of love.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. We officiate for same gender, same sex couples and straight couples, interracial couples, pregnant couples.
Elderly couples. And we married one gentleman that was a bachelor until he was, 75, 76?
Oh, look at that.
And
Married for the first time.
Married for the first time. So what is a pleasure to me, and I'm so blessed, is that when I stand up there with couples and they're looking at each other, and I have my couples face each other and look into each other's eyes, that's when you see the love. And it doesn't matter gender or age or race.
Right.
It's all the same. The eyes tell the story.
Yeah, you seem very passionate about
Oh,
that. Yeah, that's
You triggered him.
Yeah, well, I love that. That's great for our viewers to see how much you care about what you do, and you're in it, for the real reasons and the right reasons.
We are so blessed. We are so blessed that we were able to be in that energy to start with, and love, from all aspects, from the family, and then because we do probably 95% of our ceremonies on the beach, we have this beautiful natural venue, and a lot of times at sunset, that's the other thing, we encourage or sunrise, we've done both. So those are the type of...
Sunrise is best, hint, hint.
Yeah, it is.
Just
It's hard to
good to know.
encourage,
Insider
it's hard to
tip,
encourage
sunrise
people to
is
get up
best.
early enough for that,
Yeah,
but
good.
yes, so we're just spoiled and blessed in so many ways.
Now, you had also mentioned a couple things that come with your packages, which people can customize. Lots of different packages, but what else are some of the little things that people can add to the package with y'all?
Well, for one, of course, I do play a Native American style wooden flute, so we can add music, not just my music. We have other vendors that are musicians, so of course you can add music to any of them, or recorded music with a PA system. We do little things like include all of our guests, and one of the things we do is like a Celtic stone toss, which all of our guests take 3 stones and we walk to the surf, and they kiss the stone and we toss them into the ocean as a blessing, one at a time,
Very
to release
good.
the old and to welcome the new.
Yeah.
So we do things like that. Or we encourage readers, or them to bring their own blessings.
Okay.
One of the key things that we do, Margot is also a former English teacher and professor, so she's very much the wordsmith. So our aim is to create an authentic ceremony for our couple. We do very traditional if they want, but we can bring in language from any aspect. And
children's vows, in-laws vows,
Right.
guests'
good.
vows, let the whole group
Yeah.
respond with, yes, we agree to support this marriage.
Mm-hmm.
We have a tying the knot ceremony as well,
Oh, wow.
which is literally using a fisherman's knot, which is really cool for a coastal
Yeah.
theme.
ring blessing ceremony
blessing,
where everybody
ring
can touch
warming.
the ring. Those
Wow,
type
so
of
there's
things. So
lots and lots of things.
A champagne and Godiva chocolate basket. It
Honeymoon
has
basket,
candle
yeah,
and
yeah.
handmade soap in it,
My
and a couple
gosh.
other goodies in it as well.
You guys
So we
can
have that
do it
nice
all.
perk.
Yeah.
If someone wants to ask us for it, if
Mm-hmm.
we don't already have it, we can either create it or we can tell you who can.
Okay. So
Because
y'all
we're
have some
very-
vendors that y'all.
Yes, that we
Work
like
with.
to work with.
Okay.
And we prefer to do that. We're big at networking. Networking
Yeah.
is a big deal for us. So yeah.
Very good. That is wonderful.
And we have a tendency to work with, we're in Brunswick, there's so many wonderful vendors here in Brunswick that we
Right,
work with and we
tons.
can recommend and steer people to.
Very
So
good.
Hotels and restaurants.
hotel,
and
yeah,
everything.
the whole thing from
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I just love how much of an expert y'all both are in this subject. So this is great. Y'all have even won some awards, which are
ma'am.
pretty big awards
Yes,
to
they
win,
are.
and 3
Yes,
times in a
ma'am.
row winning. Let's see, it's the best of for the Knot, which is a wedding website.
Yeah, it's actually a whole conglomerate. It's a website.
Okay.
It's an industry.
Regional magazines.
It's print. It's a publishing company,
Yeah.
and so on.
Okay.
But it's one of the more prestigious movers and shakers, I guess you'd say, in the
Yeah.
wedding industry. And what it means, what the award means, is that at least 10 couples or colleagues or brides gave us 5 stars out of 5
Oh wow.
in 1 year's time. What we find that's kind of cool to bring up with that is that actually in each year we've had no less than 20.
Oh wow.
We have no less than 20 perfect star
That's
ratings.
excellent.
And thank you. We've had a wonderful time maintaining that for 3 years.
Right.
And we plan to keep going.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, David, like we had said, you play some music.
Yes, I do.
And I definitely want to wrap up the interview with you playing some. But first, before we do that, can you give the viewers your contact information, your website, a telephone
Absolutely.
number, whatever the best way to get in touch with y'all?
We are Beach People Weddings to start out with. Our email is info@beachpeopleweddings.com. We do have a Facebook page as well, which is Beach People Weddings. So you
And
can
the
go
website.
and the website is beachpeopleweddings.com. So you can go to any of those places and find us, and links to Facebook. You can go right from there. The easiest way to contact us is through email. But we also have some phone numbers too,
Which
if
you can
want,
find
which
on
you
our
can find on our
website.
website. Absolutely.
So basically, the website has all the answers.
That's
It
correct.
really does. Our website is designed actually to be a research point, whether or not you hire us or not, or do, which of course we hope. But it's that English teacher thing. It's a daddy, natural daddy instincts here to be caretakers. It's a go-to point for all kinds of DIY planning for brides and couples.
And we get lots of compliments on our website for that
whole lot.
reason.
Oh, good. Well,
All the
thank you.
photography on it is mine. All the writing is ours.
Very good. Well, thank
So,
you for sharing that.
You're
Very
welcome.
good. Now, David, do you mind giving us just a little sneak peek of some of the music you can play?
Certainly. Well, I'll tell you, a lot of times the brides like a little formal wedding music, so if they walk out onto the beach or wherever they are, I can play a little bit of formal music.
That was beautiful. I love that. That was
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. And the other thing we do offer that we failed to mention is one of our signatures
Yes.
is the Triton horn shell. And this shell is from Hawaii, but it replaces bells
Okay.
and horns and
The
traditional.
wedding trumpets.
And
at
wedding
the end of a
trumpets,
ceremony.
exactly.
There's
But it
your
is
ocean
used in
trumpet.
symphonies, and it's still used around the world to herald in coronations and ceremonies, and of course, weddings. So we usually end our ceremonies by blowing the Triton horn shell if our couple wants it.
Yeah.
So that's
very
part of it as
good.
well.
Sure. Well, I guess it's only appropriate to close out the interview with a few toots from the horn.
We can do that.
Absolutely.
And thank you both for being on the show. We really
You're very welcome.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you for
Thank you for
having
having
us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. So, for all the heaven to hear.
What a great interview and a great couple right there. David and Margot, they're so passionate about what they do, and I'm excited to share their business with you all. So let's take a look at a video created by Blueberry Fusion that shows Margot and David at work.
And I want you to take your left hand and place it on each other's heart. Feel each other's heartbeat. I want you to feel this day, this beautiful evening, the love that is surrounding you right now. And I want you to look at this amazing person standing in front of you who's ready to marry you today. Mickey and Kent will thread Aaron and Allison's wedding rings onto these satin cords. Next, when they get to the end of each section, we ask that you please touch the rings as they slide by you on the cord. Bless them in your own way, and then slide them forward to the next guest in front of you. You can say the blessings silently or aloud as you wish.
Davida, as every father here understands, I want the very best in life for you. When I chose Allison, I did so not just because I love her, but I knew, I guess I should read it, but because I knew from the first day that she and Kayla came to the house that I knew that we would make a terrific family. I want you to know that I'm very proud of you, and thank you for being so welcoming to Allison and for being the mature, intelligent, and beautiful person that you are.
We are all here tonight, because of a decision you two have made to commit yourselves to one another. I hope you always will reach deep within yourselves to choose to live your lives according to the vows and promises that you made today. It won't be easy, but trust me. Trust me. The ride is much better when you share it together.